All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another stream here. It's Wednesday, so we've got our 2-hour stream today, so a little bit shorter. But I was trying to think of something funny, whimsical, silly to say there. Could not come up with something fast enough. Dang it. Botched it. All right, onwards we go. So we still got more work to go on our commission for our good friend Mums here, so I'm just gonna hit the ground running and keep working. Pick up where we left off on Monday. Sometimes I try to be funny and it doesn't work out. Sometimes I can come up with it. Not all the time though. Not all the time. there. When we're doing these complex curves like this, that change two different directions, you want to try to figure out, and you don't have to be perfect about it, but your start point and then your midpoint. So we're doing a top arch and a bottom arch here. So that's why you see me selecting that one in the middle so that we can get our two working in conjunction with each other. If I really want to make this fancy, what I would do, so I would do this, and that would make it perfect. I don't think I want that. I want these to be a little imperfect. That's okay too. I still need to figure out, I'm trying to decide if I want to take these into Photoshop when I'm done and see if I could give the line work a little bit more of a paper-y, sketchy texture. Trying to decide if I want to try to do that or not. Experiment with it. I might just play with it, but this one's smooth. This one's not as smooth. All right. Kind of a cool design. A little bit of a hair flip there. It's kind of cool. Should probably have some more stuff like that. That's kind of let's see what it looks like here. I think that one's pretty straight. This one might not be. I made it super razor thin. Interesting, interesting. We'll go back to our normal for now. I might come back and play with it some more. I like that super razor thin look. That's kind of cool. Where's that one go? That one goes way up here. Got a big arc on this one. See, this kind of shows it needs to go way down. So it's like a couple, kind of like when you're working in Illustrator and it does the clipping to a point.
Coffee Kindred bet the assistant.
Hey, Coffee Kindred, thanks for petting our assistant. My chat just died. Holy smokes. Why you do that? we will try refreshing that. Hey, there we go, it's back. Yeah, thank you, Kava Kindred, appreciate it. Our assistant is supposedly outside, chilling. We'll check on her and see what she's up to. Yep, she's just chilling. Chilling like a villain. Just being a good puppers. All right. I have to remember I can make some of this stuff like super thin. I might have to go back and look at the other character too and see if I can make thin them out a little bit more. I'm not sure. That might be an experiment for a different day. But of course you're gonna do that to me. Well, I hope you're having a good day, Coffee Kindred. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Appreciate it. Are you working during these days, or? I know our friends like Sunny and Alex, they're usually working while they're watching and stuff. I'm doing well, just chilling. Might work on some artwork later. Sweet. Do you post that on your socials? So I think I see you on Blue Sky. I think that's where I remember seeing you. Yeah, just my Blue Sky. Yeah, okay, cool. That's what I thought. Then I should see it. Pretty sure. Oh, there it is. I thought I already followed you back. Funny how that works. See, this is the problem with having too many social media accounts, is that you forget which ones you've done things on and which ones you haven't done things on. I just generally get them all confused. I know I'm dating myself badly here. Either way, I should be able to see your stuff now. Should pop up on my feed. There we go. No, thank you. I know you come by all the time. Appreciate it. I honestly did. So that was the thing, is like when people like Sundere and stuff like that, when they drop by, I usually go and follow people that come and drop by the stream and stuff like that. Some reason I just missed yours. I don't know why. And that's just me being honest about it. Let's see. This has got to go back over to here. What do you use for your artwork? What are you working with? You working on a computer? Or are you working on traditional materials? iPad? Some type of tablet of some sorts? There we go. Procreate on iPad? Yeah. That's what my daughter uses. She loves it. I can't remember the program I used for the longest time. Actually, you know what? I might have it on my phone still. So I did a bunch of early digital art, like back in the day on iPad when we first got our iPad. Oh, Sketchbook is the one I was using for a while. I still have it. It was not bad. I think there are much better options now. Procreate is definitely feels like it's a much better option. I always borrowed the my wife's iPad just to experiment with it and play with it. So I never really had my own device to be able to do artwork and stuff on, and I still haven't gotten one, but I don't know how much I would use it now. Maybe I would use it more, I'm not sure. The one of the cameras that I use for checking on our assistant outside, that's the old iPad that we have. That's the wife's iPad. It's slowly getting out of date, so slowly getting there. Can't be updated anymore. Doesn't have any more storage space. No. Being used as just a camera at the moment. But I do want to try. I want to play with there's a mirroring thing that you can do here on the desktop and on the Mac. I want to see if I use the pencil with the mirroring, if I can like use Illustrator here, and if that translates. But I have to set it up and try that experiment. So I don't think it's one I can do right now, especially on stream where it might break everything. So it's really cute. I may have to go in a bit, have some errands to run. Yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. She is very cute. She's the best doggo.
Coffee Kindred bet the assistant.
Of course, it's not gonna change. Nope, didn't change in time. I tried. Thank you for petting our assistant. She's the best doggo. I'm not sure what I expected when we first decided to get a husky. I thought that you never know, like, are they going to be crazy, rambunctious? Are they going to be, we knew that they were high maintenance dogs, that they needed to have lots of walks and stuff like that. And, but we wanted to try and see what they were like. And I think we got the chillest husky in the world. She just happy to exist. And maybe because her original family might not have been too good to her, but it might be because I'm gonna say she got a better life here, but who knows? I don't know. But I like it. I like that she's content and chill. She trusts us a whole bunch. I'm gonna go like this. Yeah, do that. Uh-oh. Why are those different colors? Why do my tools keep changing? What the crap? No. They keep... Wait, they're all different. What the hell is happening here? It just said it was CMYK, now it's RGB. Did I accidentally select that? Ugh. Adobe, this sucks. Please stop doing this. Which means all of these are wrong too. What did I touch that was in RGB yesterday? I didn't even open Illustrator yesterday. Got it fixed, but Jesus. Is it this one? This one wrong? No, that's CMYK. One of the faces or something that I touched? Is that? Something changed me to RGB and I don't know what. Nope, that's CMYK, that's CMYK. That's CMYK. Oh. Does it just hate me? Weird. The mysteries continue. I should change over to Procreate so I don't run into as many of these dang issues. wonder if I hit something on the keyboard if it did that. That would be weird. Good morning, mums. Hello. Welcome to the party. Right. I want to grab. Here we go. How it goes? It goes good. I know you weren't here for Monday's stream, but we got the first character done. So all the lines set up. I might play with a couple things on like the hair and stuff like that. I don't know. I think they might be good, but yeah. We're going. So we're moving on to our second character here. We pulled a bunch of stuff over from the first one, got part of the staff that set up that is the same, our little buttons and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going. We're moving along now. We're making progress, which is the important part.
Change that beat up. Here we go.
Yeah, it's looking good. I was telling Coffee Kindred a minute ago, I was like, I might take it once I get done with these into Photoshop and mess with the texture a little bit, just for shits and giggles, to see if I can give it a little bit of something. Nothing wrong with the vector graphic style of this. Basically, I'm gonna mess with it on my own is what I'm gonna do. See if I can give it some fun flair. If it'll even work. Fun to play with ideas, yeah. Well, there's gotta be a way to kind of give this I want to say give it a sketch quality. That's really not what we're trying to do. We're trying to make the line work a little bit less consistent? No. Something along those lines. I'd love to keep the like sketch quality of it. I can't really do that in the vector style here, but I can always put an effect on it somehow. Or maybe mess with it in Photoshop to get it to look semi-like what I'm thinking in my head. Kind of like this quality. Maybe it's paper. Maybe paper texture is what I'm thinking of. No, because some of the like the pencils and stuff I use are inconsistent in the lead, and they break, and they're different shapes and stuff like that. I don't know. I gotta find something I play with and see if I can kind of give it the feel that I want. And it might not need anything. I might just be dreaming of a different art style that I might not be able to accomplish with this. Who knows? Yeah, I mean, like graphite texture. Yeah, kind of. So like the sketch and stuff back here, you can see all these little missing spots where the scanner, you know, either the graphite didn't go down onto the paper or it's inconsistent, right? Like that's the idea. These little inconsistencies in little paper, either in the paper or in the graphite or whatever it is. So I like that. I'm gonna call it a texture because it technically, I guess, is. Whether or not it comes from one source or the other, I don't know, but probably a mixture of both. But I'd love to see if I can get some of that, or at least get some like thinness happening with the going out towards the tips of certain points and stuff like that, because that's generally what you see as a line gets thinner, it gets a little bit lighter, right? Because you have to pick up your pencil to make it do that sharp line in that way. So I want to try to emulate that a little bit if I can. No guarantees I'll be able to, but
Did you get up today? Whoa. And are you doing okay? Whoa. Did you leave it all behind you?
might need. We're gonna have to double.
Take it away. Whoa.
We're just gonna get rid of that because that's not gonna work. So we're gonna do a double here. We'll put another point right in the middle. I could have went back and added another point to the line I already done, but I was like, ah, screw it, I'll just redo it real quick. Doesn't hurt us. There we go. Better. Yeah, I get what you mean. Drawing pen can do that. The thick, thin lines with tips. Yeah. Did you see the front card images I sent you? Yes, I did. I did see those. Those look good. Yeah, are you going to keep these black and white then? To kind of keep up with the theme or the matching of what you've got going on? I think so, yeah, okay. I thought so. When I saw those, it's like, oh, this might be perfect because they're already in the black and white format, so those might just blend in really, really nice. The drawings here. Let's go here. Well, the cool part is like I'll give you the big enough files too that you, if you want to use them as like coloring pages, the kids can always color them too. Even though I think you already have a kind of a color palette for them if you're going with the minifigs. Right? Yeah, very fun. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think they're right in the same vein. I think we're right on the money here. Almost like we knew what we were doing, mums, which we don't know what we're doing, but almost like it.
Well, here's the sleep shop's answer.
Duplicate that.
Well, here's the sleep shop's answer.
Crazy lol. Yeah. I heard, so Rachel was talking about it, I forget, it was yesterday, whatever day it was, that she got herself a fancy little tablet. I say fancy, and she said cheap, and I was just like, ah, sure. Anything that's not $1 is not cheap. Is she letting you play with it a little bit, at the very least? Try it out. Test ride. At the very least. And if not, do I need to talk to her and no, I have my own toys. Oh, gotcha. That's funny. That's the best answer you could give. No, I got my own stuff. Like, fair enough. Do you have your own tablet? Did Rachel give you an allowance? I know you have to budget a certain amount towards grandkids. I know that. I know that that's just part of it. Oh, before I retired, I bought an MS. Oh, nice. Well, good. I don't have to talk to Rachel then and make sure and to advocate on your behalf for a higher, bigger allowance. So that's good. That's good. Buy your mother a tablet. I can't. I gotta keep you taken care of, you know. Surface Pro, yeah. Well, no. Appreciate it. I know. You know I'm just playing. I know you know. I just like the kid, because it's fun. But I would definitely do it if I needed to. I'm just saying. Keep those kids on the straight and narrow. So I've got a big line here. Let's do that one. I'm finally getting to have time to work on writing and art stuff. Nice. Plus the D&D. Yeah, retirement will do that to you. It'll be like, oh, yeah, I can do my hobbies now. We always joked, I always told people that I was retired after I stopped working construction and just became a house husband, house dad, whatever, however you want to dice it. And it's always been the funny joke, but I realized I needed to find something to do. This worked out perfectly. Took me a little while to figure it out. I had, like most people, had other like health stuff that I wanted to get done first. I was pretty messed up from the construction stuff. I'm not say pretty messed up. Like I got off scot-free compared to other people, but still wrestling with back issues though. That was the big one. We already got our mail? Thank you, Dreamer. How close are we? Okay, we still got 10 minutes. Let's see, what did we get in the mail? Oh, something about our loan? Okay, what are we guessing? Is it a bill? Or is it somebody trying to buy the loan for my house? Hey, you should take out some money. Oh, I was wrong. It has nothing to do with the house. It has to do with insurance? What is this? About vehicles. Yep, auto loans. Nah, I'm good. I don't need those. Bad mail. Some of that takes time to deal with for sure. Yeah, it really does. It really does. So I gave, these are definitive stripes, but on the female character, we just kind of hinted at some more floofy style. Well, let's try and see if I like it. We'll make some thin guys and see what happens. One more in down here. Okay, Elise has a similar vibe to the other one. Should work out. Did we just get a package? Or something hit our front. This is a very active day today. I don't think people work that hard on Wednesdays. It's hump day. Y'all take it easy. Did we actually get a package? Oh yeah, we did. Hey, go figure. My spider senses were tingling. That's the problem with having your computer set up in the living room next to the front door. You can hear everything. And everything can hear you. Ugh. There we go. Closer to what I was thinking. Question is, mums, do you miss it at all? Do you miss working at the post office, doing the stuff? I mean a very little piece of you miss it? I always had fun like working at GameStop, but I loved just working with the people in my little town that our shop was in. That was my favorite part. Getting to see them all the time, getting to talk to them, interact with them. That's what made it worth doing. Corporate crap where they made you sell all the things and do all this and that. That was no fun, but no. Just straight no. I know, you got Jimmy jocked around so often on that. I understand that. I get that. I think about the construction stuff every once in a while. I'll miss having to do the problem solving, figure things out or learn new things and stuff like that. That was always fun. I just get to do it at home now a little bit differently. Especially like when I'm having to rebuild my own deck before my son graduates. The last year was 8 to 10 plus hours, 5 to 6 days a week. Yeah, on my own terms, right? Yeah, that's the hard part is if you would have been left to do things the way you knew they needed to be done and the way that would actually benefit your community and stuff like that, you would have been just fine, but that's not how those things work. And that's always the hard part about that. Yup, yeah. I think that's the interesting part about the stuff that I'm doing now is even though I'm a little bit fearful of the business aspect of what I'm doing, as far as the books, illustrations, and all of that stuff, doing the conventions, like I'm having fun doing all of that stuff. It's just, yeah, I get nervous about when Uncle Sam's gonna come in and be like, hey, by the way, I'm like, ah, shit. Makes me nervous. It's a thing, but enjoy it while you can. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. Just gotta do what I gotta do. Go back, we're gonna manipulate a bunch of those because they get a little thin in there. Not bad. How much we got? We got 1:30 here. I'll change up a little bit of this. We got a minute here. There we go, better. Oh, it looks pretty good. That's not too bad. Cool. All right, we got 38 seconds here, so let's switch over to our assistant cam. Our assistant is not. Where's she hiding right now? Is that there somewhere? Oh, I see doves. I see quail. Something running around right there by the fence. But we're gonna take a 3-minute break. I'm gonna go grab something to drink, and then we'll come back and we'll keep working on this. Yeah, we should be able to get pretty far, close enough that we should be able to finish on Friday. The hope and dream. So stick around. We'll be right back in a few minutes. All right, we are back. Yeah, the puppers was out in the grass just baking in the sun. So we have a a window that looks out onto our side yard. So she's facing the backyard right now. And then we have a side yard with a bunch of the fake grass and stuff in it. And she loves to go lay in the sun and get so overheated that she's just panting and condensating out of her nose and everything else like that. And I just open up the window and I look at her and she goes, all right, I'll move, fine. Like, she's so disgruntled with me checking on her to make sure she's okay when she's baking in the sun. And I'm just like, my God, dog. But she gets to come in, chill next to the deck, get some water, some cool water. Silly dog. Huskies. But this is what I was talking about with Coffee Kindred earlier, is like, she just chill. She just, like, we give her full free reign to run around out there, and she can come inside when she wants. Like, she just loves just doing whatever. Just chilling. You're right. Back to the fun stuff. Got one more hour. See how much of this we can get done. Let's see, I want this to be separate. So let's go here. You know what, screw it, we'll just make this all one. Make this one piece. We're just making shapes. That's all we're doing. Yeah. Save that. If you ever think I'm getting a little too far down the road here, you also have channel points. You can always use those to remind me to save my work. There is a little button for that. You can spend some points on that if you'd like. It actually gives me... So I'll tell you why that one's a good one. Instead of just typing in chat, I'm not always actively like super looking at chat. I check back and forth every once in a while, but that actually gives me a notification that I can hear in the stream here. So just an extra reminder of a reminder. If you're like, Tahoe, you've been working on that section for about 20 minutes now. Yeah, you should probably save your work. Like, oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. That's underneath the power up and rewards. I think that's what it's called. What's it called? Yeah, power ups and rewards. I was right. I've had Sunny remind me multiple times before to save my work, and it's actually been a good thing that he has reminded me. We've only had one crash so far that was a bad one that actually lost a bunch of work with. So, doing pretty good so far. Yeah, like this one. I would definitely want to save after this one. This is a big one. Okay, we're going to save that. There we go. Perfect. I could technically set it up to autosave, but I just don't like the autosave features. It never catches it when I need it to be done. I also don't save my stuff to the Adobe cloud because I know that they can use it in their generative stuff, so I keep everything that I do on computer, on hard drive. I'm a very untrusting soul. I'm not that untrusting, but still. I don't like them either, right? Called realistic. Yeah, I know there was a whole hoopla about it a while ago when they enabled that feature where they're like, yeah, they're going to be able to look at all of your work and stuff like that and use it to to train their stuff, and I was just like, yeah, I'm okay. I'm not like, most of the time I don't mind certain things. I was like, nah, I'm okay. I don't really care much for that. I'd rather have it on my desktop anyways. It gives me more ability of things to do with it. I'm always asking my kids, did you save this to your desktop? When they're there, they come ask me questions and they're like, no. I'm just like, why? Now you can't do anything with it. But it's in the cloud. Be like, great, that's where it lives now. You can't, there's nothing else you can do with it. Can't convert it, can't. You have to go back to their whatever the original program was, and hopefully it's still there in the piece that you made it in, and go from there. I have to ask my daughter, when she uses Procreate and stuff like that, it should keep I know it saves the stuff, especially her progress and things on her device. Or no, it saves the stuff in, I don't know if it saves in the cloud or not for Procreate. I'd have to ask her how that works, if she even knows. Yeah, separate saves are a must, yeah. It's just a good practice to be in, to have for your own records and things like that. Crazy part is, like, I don't mind using like Canva, which does all the processing off device. Basically does it on their servers and stuff like that, but for this type of things, where I'm actually like creating the artwork, I'd prefer to have that all on my own, on my device, rather than off on a server somewhere. But I'm also a serial, like, I'm one of those people that keeps everything. My family will laugh at me. They're like, you never throw anything away. I'm like, it always comes in handy. So yeah. And I'm not that bad, but it makes for a good joke that way. Okay, so let's do this one first. No button. Well, let's do the big one first. Right there. Let's redo that. Okay. Got that. Move this out to match a little bit. Yeah, that works. So if I want to make that thicker, we'll expand, combine all those bad boys together. So what I did there is if you make an object or a box like this and you're like, ah, it's just too small, you can always add a stroke to the outside of it. But the stroke doesn't actually have weight because it doesn't have points that connect it. But what you can do is then take that object and expand it, and it will find all of the edges and it will add the points for you. So you can see now it has all of these points, but a bunch of this stuff is overlapped on top of each other. You've got the inside and then the outside. Those are the two pieces. So what you can do is then just take the Pathfinder tool, the Unite one, and just unite them all, and then it takes away all the inside stuff because it makes it all one unified shape. There you go. Tips and tricks with Tahoe. Cool. I need one here. One here. We want to go way down here. I was telling you before, Mums, I don't necessarily recommend using Illustrator for this type of artwork and stuff. I feel like Procreate and a bunch of those other programs probably much better suited for this type of thing, but everything has its own little place, so it just depends. This is definitely way more like time consuming. You have to be way more patient with it. Like I said, I don't recommend necessarily, but I don't discourage either. Try not to. Crazy part is like the vector graphics will give you the highest fidelity stuff too, so it's a 50-50, right? You get something, you lose something. Trade-offs, yep. Exactly what it is. Yeah, the cool thing about this is if I want to make this drawing super small, I can do that. If I want to put this drawing on a billboard, I can also do that. There's no conversions, you don't have to use any other programs to, like, you can just scale it to whatever size you want, and it will do it because these are vector points and they just move how you want them to move. There's no pixels involved, essentially, is what it is. That's why like most logos and stuff are in this format. So then they can expand them and make them whatever size they need them to be. As much, like I said, that's why, as even though this is arduous and like it takes a lot of time and effort to do, what you end up with is a lot more versatility. You can do a lot more with this compared to just a normal drawing, which is then stuck in a format that you might not want or need or intend. Okay, my favorite part, the hands. Bleh. I don't want to do the hands. Try to keep some of this personality in here, if I can. Was that a big sigh, daughter, or are you okay? I just heard, oh god, up too fast. Okay, whew. I was just like, I thought she was bemoaning the fact that she had to get up. Which I don't disagree with her, but His little fingers get very tiny over here. Right? Doesn't she look cute, Michelle? Right? She's got that bun on top of her head.
Hi, Mums.
She's very bummy.
Working on the other character?
She says hi. Yeah, working on the other character. Also, summer break is fun because then the children can come by and mess with me while I'm in my stream, which I actually enjoy that. That's actually kind of fun.
Do you miss us when we're at school?
I do miss you when you're out of school.
Thank goodness.
It's not as fun without my chaotic partner here. Chaos partner? Chaos partner. There you go. Yeah. All right. Saved it. Oh, one arm down. Woo. One arm bandit. We're getting close here. I think if I would have had to do the whole scepter piece again, that would have taken me a little bit of time, but I think we got lucky that we were able to duplicate some of that out and make it work. Sweet. Okay. Hey Michelle, is it cool? Yeah. Okay, cool. Just telling us of her escapades in the Pal World game. Which I can't deny. Can't deny. It's been kind of fun. I'm kind of addicted. It's kind of like when we do our Minecraft, you know, moments, when we have our Minecraft moments, we go and play that again. I was talking to Alex about that last night. Like once a year, you gotta go play some Minecraft because you just have to get it out of your system. The Pal World. Yep. Have you tried that one yet, Mums? We played the beta early on, and it was the controller setup for it was dog doo-doos. It is much better now.
I played when it first came out.
Yeah, I remember because we picked it up, or I tried it too. Me and Mom did too.
Both of you.
Yeah, we both did. But I just remember that the control schemes were just ugh. A bit, wasn't happy with it. Did you play it recently or did you play it like a while ago with the...
It was a while ago. Okay.
It was a while ago? Okay, yeah.
It's much better now.
I would say like the content for it is still the same. Like it's still the same idea. You just capture things. The guns are an interesting idea on how that works. But
The story mode's great.
I think that our biggest complaint was the controls. Like it was mapped awfully for the Xbox. I would say it's not 100% great still. Like there's so many buttons, so many things you have to remember how to get into certain menus and stuff like that, but we're getting it down. Even when I was playing Destiny with the rest of the peeps last night, Dreamer jumped on to Power World with the kids and did some stuff, and I know if she can run around and do stuff on her own without the controls have gotten much better that way. It's way more, I'll say this, it's way more user friendly. That's what I'm looking for. That's the wording. Because I can deal with some shitty systems sometimes, but if they don't feel good, then I really don't want to mess with it. But if the systems are really bad,
You've become a little obsessed with this game.
I wouldn't say obsessed. I'm not like you. I'm not level 40 already.
Well, you mentioned though, like how you enjoy playing it and stuff. So.
Yeah, I've been having a good time. Something different. Something a little bit different. See, I never got into the other Pokemon games or anything like that. So I never had that experience. This is a fun like romp into that genre. Idea. Very loosely based on the concept of what that is. So I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. I'm on board with that. I can mess with this a little bit. My kids always continue to try to convince me that this is like every time I put my little characters and stuff to work and stuff like that, they're like, oh, slavery. And I was like, no, this is communal, weird. This is a very nice place. Take care of each other. They just want to mess with me. For sure, yeah. Okay, so kind of where I want it. Depends. Do I want to match it? Yeah, let's make a modification here. Okay, so what I'm thinking on this is kind of like our female character here, where she's got this little loop here. This is the front back loop, so even though you can't see it on the back side of her sleeves, this little loop thing is here. This little guy. This one. That little symbol, that like triangular thingamajiggy. So that's kind of what we're mimicking here a little bit, not in the same way, but similarly. But this would be the same thing. There's a top one and there's a bottom one. So it's like two-sided on the sleeve. I think is in what's in my head, at least. I think what I can do is I can take this, move it, move it like that, so we get a little bit more of it. Yeah. Then we'll go in and we'll trim them all up. This in no way impacts your stuff, mums. It's just it's just for me. It's just my brain stuff. I always like to think about, like, I know there's a lot of artisan designers and stuff like that that when they understand something, they don't really think about the structure of the stuff. They just is like, oh, this is cute, or looks great like this, and they just draw the shapes as need to be. I always think about function a little bit, probably too much when I put this stuff together. Okay, so here comes the fun part. Let's go ahead and save this real quick. What we're going to do is we're going to do a new and see we've got a little bit of an issue. It would work for foreshortening. Actually, I kind of like that that's a point. Okay, I fall into more list of work, so I get it. Yeah. Your minifigs and stuff like that, I know that the characters are holding little staffs. Are those like mini staffs or those full staffs? Did I ask this before? Are these staffs that go all the way down to the ground, or are they more like half-staffed, wandish, thicker? What are we thinking for this? Because I think I have them drawn as more like full staff from all the way down to the ground. They are wandia, but one can have a full staff. Okay, so I've got... Let me go ahead and save this one real quick. I mean, it's kind of up for interpretation a little bit here. So, you can say either one here. I've got the... I could take that out too if we need to shorten it. It's kind of going down behind her leg here, down on this right hand side. Kind of going, let's give me a layer to draw on. Kind of going down here, back behind everything, right? Kind of the idea right now. Those are perfect. Okay. I would say hers is definitely more full staff. If I do it at this angle, you know what? I'm gonna go with my original design, and then since they're partially hidden behind clothing and other elements here, and the bottom of our page is cut off, and then it won't really matter. So then you can kind of play with it however you want. I'll just leave it open. I do want to get these angles better. Yeah, something like that would be good. Ooh, is that a whole other drawing in? Oh, bitch. Why is half of this stuff in the right and the other half is not? So confused. Should be grayscale. Is none of this in grayscale? Did I mess this up? It's half-half. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and figure out which parts are not done correctly. No! Oh, dang it. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing this to me. I feel like I keep setting it correctly and then it keeps changing on me. Feel like it. Should be grayscale. Should be black. Should be grayscale. Black. Grayscale. Black. That one's right. That one's right. These are wrong. Whole dang image that way? Man, I keep finding more and more. It's not right. Which ones are right? Those ones are right. Annoying. I'm gonna have to go back through and figure that all out before I do final delivery for it. Aggravating. It keeps changing modes on me. Yeah, it's being very dumb. And it won't let me like highlight them all and do them all at one time. Like this makes no sense. Why is this an RGB? And it's showing that it's some type of color way off from where it should be. Like, not even close. But this one's correct. That one's correct. Yeah, I really don't understand what happened here. It won't let me do... Some of that is great. Which parts are grayscale? It's being really weird. Select all of those. Weird part is it won't let me just do a select all and just get them all. Oh. Let me do them individually, but it won't let me do them together. So confused. Wait. Now it says it is grace. Okay, it's not making any sense. Now it says that one is. What is happening here? That's the wrong color. Because that one is not grayscale. Made the fill. Aggravating. That should be okay. So that should go through. Have to move that a little bit. We can actually cut it here, here. Cut it here and here. Yeah, I don't know why it continues to switch color modes on me when I'm not telling it to do different color modes. I don't understand what that is. I don't know where those are coming from. The computer was helping. No, it was not. It was making things work worse. That. Okay, so why is that displaying weird? Yeah, so this doesn't make any sense. Why would this one be at 97.2%? None of it makes sense. Like it feels like it's changing on its own for some reason. Aggravating. Let's see. I want to go opposite that. I can see with my sneaky little spyglass that Inverness is in here. Hello, Inverness. Trying to be sneaky by hiding in the shadows. I see you. I can see all the things. I was going to ask Fern if you are here, if you were done with your photography stuff now. You got more games to do, or you done for the season? More World Cup games to go photograph? And we'll split the difference here. Do I want to change part of this? Okay, it's not bad. All right, let's go ahead and save that real quick. And now we'll save it. We got about 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Do we have enough time to do a couple things here? Maybe. Salut. I just sneezed in the other room. There we go. Better lined up that way. About minute 30. I can do a couple more connections here. There we go. So we got that at least connected for now. I'll save that. We got about 45 seconds here. Let's swap over to our assistant cam. Aw, she's just chilling. I would love to be able to say that that's her favorite spot in the world, but don't get to determine that. I can just guess kind of that that's her favorite spot. I don't really know.
Turn on one press for.
I have that. If I show you the location of the tower that this was going to, unlocks the heat resistant, heat and cold resistant armor, makes the heat cold resistant level 3, craft level 36, which you're at. Really high quality font.
Salud. All right, we are back. Welcome back. Did keep working on some stuff while y'all were away for a minute. Trying to get this last little finger done here, if I can. Yeah, that's looking good. And I kind of like this little piece here that's sticking out. So I might do... Might do another one here. I don't think that's at the right angle. Yeah. Let's. Curve that one a little bit more. Let's curve this one a little bit less. The problem is that this one's just not big enough. Something like that. There we go. Save that. Still check on our... Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So we just have his lower half to do here. We should be pretty good. I might put these lines in here. Make these like uber thick. Yeah, just gives it a little bit more shape. Cool. All right, save that. They're coming out great. Thank you. I need to scoot. Have a good one. Yeah, thank you, Mom. Thank you for coming by. I appreciate it. I'm glad these are turning out just the way you wanted them to. So that's good. All right, peoples. We have done the things. We have completed our stream for the day. So I'm going to get off of here, and I got a bunch of other projects to work on. I'll do our breakdown here. So we do have our Authors Day event coming up here on Saturday. We will be at the Reno Public Market here in the Reno, Tahoe, Sparks, Carson City area. Any of those are close enough to come on by and see our table, check out our books, see all of our cool new stuff that we have for sale as well. Our little merch that we hand make here at the house. So if you would like to come and see us and talk to us, say hi, or to check out any of our things, yeah, right there. Feel free to come by July 18th, 12 to 3. So yeah, we'll be at the Reno Public Market. We also have coming up next week a whole bunch of stuff. So we've got I'm working on putting together a whole bunch of videos for the release of our third book, coming out next Wednesday on the 22nd. So I've got some special stuff planned for that. I've got or should I say special videos and stuff planned for that. And then on that following Saturday, on the 25th, we will be doing a author signing event at our local independent bookstore, Thistle and Nightshade, in the Northwest Reno. So if you would like to come by and support us there instead, you can also do that. And you can actually get a copy of book number 3. You can have me sign it. We'll have a few little free items available and some homemade treats as well. So yeah, that'd be fun. So that's what we've got going on. I will be back on Friday to do more art streams. Probably keep working on this. Probably try to get this last little section done for mums here and get these shipped out the door. So yeah, fun. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you, mums, for being in here. Thank you, Inverness. Thank you, Coffee Kindred, and anybody else who was in here watching. Thank you for coming by. I will see you all next time on Friday. Bye, everybody.